Yeah, how's the dude looking? Hey there. How you doing? Mike McDude, aka McDowd, real name, or something like that. Along with the one, the only, the truly affable, the truly, uh, well, how do I say, inspirational, Stephen Travers, on a night version of Totally Unscripted. The McDude, longtime broadcaster here in the Bay Area, the West Coast, along with one of the truly great authors of our modern era, of any era for that matter, the one and only Stephen Travers. And boy, oh boy, night version, looking at videos. We talk about anything and everything on this show. Everything. That includes, let's start off with some joyful news. Travs, Golden State Warriors, a thing of beauty last night, up 3 games to 1. They finally put it away. First time they won an NBA championship in history on their home floor. Great news for the Bay Area. Jubilation, blue and gold love all over the place, Travs. What say you, buddy? Come on, man. I know you're a Warriors fan. You got to give me at least 15 seconds.
The Warriors?
Yeah, man. Rick Barry, Nate Thurman.
Well,
You got to be happy for Steve Kerr after that tremendously
I spent
painful.
hours with Rick Barry.
Well, I knew once I mentioned Rick Barry that you'd open your mouth because you spent time with him. But how about Steve Kerr after this tremendously painful ordeal that he suffered through this back surgery? The fact that he's able to come back and coach his team to a championship, it's really kind of a touching story. You got Kevin Durant finally won his first championship, so some good stuff.
He's probably the second greatest athlete in the history of Palisades High School behind Jay Schrader.
Behind Jay Schrader, Kevin Durant.
No, Palisades High School, Pacific Palisades.
Are you talking about Steve Kerr?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. You think okay. Jay Schrader a little bit better. All right.
Jay Schrader was a fantastic athlete at Palisades High School, 1978-79. His battles with John Elway and L.A. City Section championship baseball and football games are legendary.
Well, speaking of legendary, I'm going to say one thing, and I'm really curious to get your opinion. First of all, congratulations. Warriors love, baby. Warriors love. Blue and gold. They're having the big parade on Thursday. One of the interesting things in the basketball world, speaking of diplomacy, the great Dennis Rodman, hell of a rebounder, Hall of Famer. You can't take anything away from him. Bit of a nutty guy, but I think he's got a big heart too. He's in North Korea talking to North Koreans today, and he's there basically for the first time in Donald Trump's presidency, and said he's just trying to open up a door on a mission that he thinks could get some support to bring some diplomacy together. What do you think about Dennis Rodman going over there? I mean, he's got nothing else to lose. He probably was a better diplomat than Barack Hussein Obama. No thoughts. All right, seriously. All right. All right. We're gonna no thoughts on that whatsoever. All right, I'm gonna transition to another topic. We got some weird ones we're gonna be talking about. Prep school math teacher arrested for having sex with students. Actually, she's 25 years old. She's from North Carolina. She's actually pretty good looking.
Hey now.
She's pretty good looking. Let's see her. There she is. You can't see it. I had to protect her face. She's actually quite attractive. But now let's take this on a more serious note. Apparently with 3 students, obviously a no-no, but I tell you, she's good looking. Of course, we both think that's reprehensible, do we not, Stephen? Okay. Well, I will say this. Here's an interesting fact about teachers getting in trouble with these types of sexual misconduct, would it be rape or what have you. One of the great unknowns is that, certainly the Catholic Church was reprimanded for its sex scandal with priests, and we're not going to make any excuses for that whatsoever. But what we're going to say is that there was a much greater proportion of public schools and problems with students being raped, molested, etc. In fact, in the decade of the 90s, over 250,000 teachers were involved in this crime, Steve. What people don't understand is 50% of those committing those crimes were women. So it is an epidemic problem, and it's something that really, certainly if you want to bash the church or any church for that matter, you don't hear about the epidemic that it is within the school system. What's your thoughts on that? No thoughts on that? It's kind of a heavy subject. Okay, this is a good show tonight, folks. Thursday night edition. Travers just on fire. Okay, I know something that's going to get your blood boiling, no doubt about it. And if it doesn't, we ought to just cut the camera right now, because if this doesn't get Travers up, the great Stephen Travers up and rolling, nothing will. So apparently, over the weekend, there was a Shakespearean production in Central Park. You may have heard of it, Steve, where the some sort of Julius Caesar type play, whatever, with a liberal caveat. The character who was stabbed to death repeatedly in the play now, this is a play from New York City, Central Park, looked like Donald Trump. Let's say, looked like Donald Trump. You cannot tell me that in the open public forum that this was deliberately done to simulate a brutal ideology that is out there. Come on, man, you got to talk to me about this. It's disgusting. It's that these liberals will go to any means to get their vile message across.
Well, it's a sort of vile, foul, rotten, illegal, and immoral horse crap that one sees from the left but doesn't see from the right, which is, of course, why I, of my own free will, choose not to be of the left.
Yes, I agree with that. And, they continue to act with such great hypocrisy. Right here in San Francisco, there is a group of really
second rate, low rent, half-ass,
people,
the immoral, the illegal, the crappy, the crap hound, the crappy, the low rent, the immoral, the illegal,
and speaking
the
of
Democrats.
Well, not only that, but there's a group of homosexual activists. They're called the Sisters of Perpetual. What are they? The Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. They're rather nasty bunch, and God bless them, God heal them. They are anti-Catholics. They're anti-Trump, and it appears that as an equality march was being held in the nation's capital this past Sunday, focusing on the resisting the pro-life, pro-family, pro-marriage event, which it was all about, that the Trump administration embraces. These Sisters of Perpetual Health, Perpetual Indulgence, which based here in San Francisco, apparently went to town, really just spreading their vileness and denouncing this type of moral behavior that the rally that was trying to deduce. Why is it okay for gay homosexuals dressed as nuns? By the way, they dress in makeup, drag makeup, and they're dressed as nuns. Why is it okay for them to be anti-Catholic, anti-family, anti-life? I mean, it's just disgusting. Your thoughts?
The crappy, the rotten, the vile, the foul, the illegal, and the immoral. The Democrats.
And these men, by the way, they call themselves.
All right, let's move on to the next. They're not worthy of our discussion.
But it's very important. No, I'm going to mention something. They are known as the queer nuns, and some of them actually are blasphemous. They go to Mass and they go up and receive the Eucharist, which is the body of Jesus Christ. That is unacceptable. And why the church even gives the Eucharist to somebody like that is I just can't even believe it.
Jesus Christ said it best as he was on the cross. He said, "Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do."
Well, this is true. This is true.
I think that says it all. They don't know what they do. Forgive them. I hope that someday in heaven we'll see them.
I hope so too. Well,
and that they'll say, "Thank you for praying for us, because if we'd known on earth what we know now in heaven, we would have changed our ways."
I agree 100% with you, Steve. I mean, we pray for my poor brothers and sisters who are so broken inside. We're going to move along, but all I can say is God bless you. But don't be so hypocritical to say, call me a bigot because for my faith, and that fires me up.
Well, that's what the left does. And that's what we're up against, and that's what the Bible tells us. We will be accused of all sorts of things that shouldn't be accused of, and that's what the world we live in.
Well, speaking of one of your...
We can't change that. We can't change the fact that people are vile and foul and immoral.
Well, I want to read you a quote from Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi...
Please.
No? You don't want to hear it?
No, I don't think Nancy Pelosi... This is my YouTube channel. Nancy Pelosi's words are not of enough value to be heard on my station, so move on.
All right, here's something that will be of a value.
Give me something from the Christians or the
Catholics. I've got it for you right here.
Or the very sundry decent people of the world.
I'm about ready to give you a quote, and then I'm going to ask you who said this. Every time you smile at someone, it's an action of love, a gift to a person.
Sounds like Mother Teresa, if you ask me.
Peace begins with a smile.
Or
may I see
St. Francis of Assisi.
May I see you smile, please?
Well, hello.
Hello there.
Well, hello.
Hi.
Hello there.
Nice to see you.
Hello.
Totally Unscripted. We are your social justice warriors. Warrior Steve, Warrior Mike. Okay, yes, that was Mother Teresa. We need more Mother Teresas in our world.
They don't come along every day, Mike.
No.
The people. Mother Teresa was gifted to the world as a special human being to teach us
love,
truth, and love, and righteousness. She has much to teach you and me.
Absolutely.
And she's along with Junipero Serra, who was a wonderful and fabulous human being who brought Christianity to America, to this continent. I mean, if you think about it, here was this continent.
Well, we got about a minute and 10 here.
Well, then I'll fill it up. Here is this continent that was filled with all these various and sundry people who didn't know Jesus Christ. And here comes Christopher Columbus. And here comes Junipero Serra. All these figures from Europe who bring Christianity and the word of Jesus Christ to this new world. And now, America, the North America, South America, this is where the word of Christ is most strongly heard. Europe has slowly but surely lost its faith.
10 seconds.
But, hey, Christ lives in North America. He lives in the United States of America. He lives amongst us. We state his word.
And let me just say, today is the feast day of St. Anthony of Padua, one of the great saints of the church. For Stephen S. Travers, I think that's your middle name, I'm the McDude. Thank you for watching Totally Unscripted. Peace out.